From the Fox 10 Gulf Stream, this is Next Weather.
Well, as you may have seen, we have a little tropical disturbance that is out in the Gulf of Mexico off of Florida. And for more on this and how things are going with our hurricane season, here's meteorologist Matt Barentine.
Well, hey there, folks. I'm meteorologist Matt Barentine. We are keeping an eye on the tropics. We do have an issue out there that bears watching in the southeastern Gulf. The good news is that this will not be impacting our area. It'll be going across South Florida, creating a bunch of rain down that way. That's where it's going to have to be dealt with, is down in South Florida, and they'll continue to get a lot of rain out of this here in the coming days. So once again, this is the area that is bearing watching here. I'll go ahead and put the futurecast into motion, check out what's going to happen here. This is the European model, and as you can see, it's going to work its way across South Florida over the Gulf Stream. And if it's going to develop, it would be over the Gulf Stream, because that's where it'll pick up a lot of heat from the water. And it's going to continue to track up to the north and east, so away from us. The other thing you'll notice is that plume of moisture continues to work its way across South Florida, even after this thing is out in the Atlantic. And that's why this is going to be a big time rainmaker for them. They'll continue to see that rain off and on the next several days, and it'll be heavy rain at times with this system. Now, we look at the seasonal forecast here. We are calling for a lot of storms here. The Colorado State forecast, the NOAA forecast calls for a lot of storms. Remember, there's 21 on the actual list of storms, and then we'll have to go into the supplemental list after that, 21 names. And we're predicting that we'll see at least that, if not more, here this year. It's going to be a very busy year, is the prediction. Now you're saying, well, we haven't seen a storm yet. Here we are, June 11th, and we got that little area down the southeastern Gulf that has a very low chance of development. So how can we have a busy season if we haven't seen anything yet? Well, June really means nothing on the scale of the season. Only 6% of all named storms develop in June. That means there's a lot of years where nothing develops in June, even on the busiest years. So it really doesn't mean much of anything that nothing has developed up until this point. We could still have a very busy season, because as we move from July into August, that is when the numbers always pick up, especially as we go into August. And then in September, that's when the heart of the season happens, and that's when most of the systems happen. So that's the time we'll be keeping a closest eye on the development down in the tropics. So for now, things are pretty quiet. We're just watching that one system down in South Florida, but expect the season to ramp up later on as temperatures warm up. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here on Fox 10.
And so our tropical outlook, that odds of development now up to about 20% on that feature Matt was talking about. And so it most likely going to happen over the Gulf Stream, which Matt was talking about, but out in the Atlantic. Ocean current, Gulf Stream runs up the east coast of the United States. So this is not going to affect us at all. But eventually some of that moisture should get into play for us that they're seeing in South Florida. And if you look at it, just to kind of see where we are with water temperatures, they're in the mid to upper 80s. So that's conducive for tropical development at this point. But with this little system coming across the Gulf right now, you can see that it's knocked our water temperatures down a little bit in the area where it's currently occurring. The rainfall forecast over the next 7 days, real high in South Florida, but we'll start to see some rain here, and that's going to be primarily Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and our rain chances will jump up, and our rain totals could be somewhere around 3 to 5 inches, maybe a little more than that. So we will get into the wet weather as well, ultimately. Not so much in the short term. Temperatures into the mid to upper 90s. We'll see sunshine on Friday, isolated showers Saturday, and then a good chance of showers and thunderstorms Sunday, and then rain likely by Monday and Tuesday of next week. Thanks for joining us for Next Weather.